Well, check this out. I did not find this map. Ivy Sunflower found this map. She mentioned it, and I thought, you know what, I gotta check it out. I like it. It's fairly new. It's called Ronida Island. It's quite the map. I gotta play with it. It's pretty cool looking. Sectioned off, kind of like No Man's Land. No people around on a tropical island paradise. Well, it can't be too much of a paradise. I see snow here. Anyway, that's the map I'm going to play on. Well, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. Somebody just dropped me off on this island. I have $0. Rules! I think I'm going to do the under 100 horsepower challenge again. So no more than 100 horsepower. No borrowing money. No leasing equipment. What other rules shall I have? I don't know. Make them up as I go. Anyway, it was $0. No loan. No nothing. How are we going to get money? Well, very similar to the Rosix map. This map does have collectibles on it. It has 21 of them. I did not cheat or look to see where they are. I just happened to be snooping around, and I did find 2 of them. Now, if you do not want to know the location of these, skip ahead in the video a bit. But there is a chunk of gold sitting on this chair here. They're worth $21,000 a piece. Now I did some more snooping around town here, and I did find one more. Now I don't know if this counts as cheating or what, but no matter what, you got to start out either with a loan or start out with something. I did find another chunk of gold here. That gives us $42,000 to play with. That's quite a hunk of change to start out with. But we do not own any land yet. So just buying the land, that's going to take some money away. And I played with this one at first, but that one costs more and there's no trees on it. So then I bought this one. I like this one because it's got a few trees, nice open field, close to the market. 33,000. All these are 40. Yeah, the rest are all 40. I thought about buying a cheap chunk, but you can't really do nothing with the beach. So I would say the best bang for your buck, and again, we're close to the store and everything. I think 187 is the one to buy on this map. Bam, down to $8,000. So here we are. Got a nice little driveway here. Nice square little, well, I shouldn't say square, but a nice rectangular-ish, squarish plot of land. We got a few trees we can knock down. Oh, okay, that was the next rule. I have to have, by the end of the first month, which is technically a day in the game, I have to have a place to sleep. So I do have to have that at the bare minimum, and I have to have a permanent place to live before winter. To be honest, I'm not sure what winter is like on this map yet. I have not advanced that far. I think I only made it to like September, just doing a quick little test run on this map, seeing what I could do, what I couldn't do. So we got our little chunk of land here. You know the rules. First thing we got to do, we must fence it off so we know the border lines. So I am going to get that done. Again, I use the free fences because fences are so ridiculously expensive. So I got free fences and free landscaping mod on this. Now, if I remember correctly, I want to get a gate here so nobody trespasses on my land. Is it something like this? And normally I have the gate swing in, but it is such a steep hill here that they work better if I swing them out. And it looks nicer that way too. So there, we got the gate in. Well, okay guys, I do believe we have the perfect setup here. The gates swing open and they don't rub in the dirt. I suppose I could do a quick little zip around here. Basically, zip to that corner. Brrr. Put a fence all the way around the property. We got a few trees. Oops, where did I miss it? There we go. There's the corner. Anyway, this is our whole property line. And it goes all the way back out to the edge of the beach. So we got everything all fenced off nice and neat and pretty. I actually kind of like that the borderline keeps us from falling in this. There's a really steep dip here. So that's going to work out good. I think this is the perfect little chunk of land. It's going to work out very nice. So basically we've got a fence all the way around. Zoop. Now we got $8,000 to play with. And I want to be as efficient and get things rolling as quick as possible. None of this cheaping out on stuff. Well, I still want to stay cheap, but I want to be efficient about things. I think I'm going to start out with, because there is a bigger tree, instead of the axe, I am going to get a halfway decent chainsaw right off the bat. So we're not messing around with, I do believe, was it this one or this one? I think it was this one. This one had the longer bar. I'm going to spend $500 on a nice, good little chainsaw. There we go. Now, I don't want to cut firewood. And I did find a mod. It's under winches. This little guy. It's only $1,700. You can make it so it connects to a 3-point. And I can pull trees, full-length trees out. So we definitely want that. And instead of getting the cheapest, smallest tractor, I think I'm going to go right to almost the limit. I found this guy. This is 90 horsepower. It's a very, very handy tractor. Very powerful. Pretty darn fast. It goes 27 miles an hour or 28. It gets the job done, by golly. So I think I'm going to get that. And the final thing I'm going to get, just so I don't forget about it at the end of the day, we just need a temporary place to sleep. Now I could put up a tent, but I like this because it's mobile. You've seen me use this before. I just like this. It's just something about it, I like it. There, we still got $2,400 to play with. How about that? So we do have a place to sleep tonight when we need it. We'll just kind of pull this up over here. I don't want to go on the land yet. I want to do my thing where I mow the whole thing down. Get it all cleared off. So for now, I'm just going to temporarily park our little house right here just for now. And we're going to go to work right away. We're going to make some money. There's not a whole lot of trees, which is kind of nice. Oops, I think I went the wrong way. Oops. I would say the only A little bit of a downfall to this tractor. It doesn't turn very sharp because it's a four-wheel drive, but other than that, I love this tractor. It's powerful, it's fast, it's still old. It's a nice, cheap, good, quick, easy tractor to work with. I like it. Oh, and there's no loader option for it, but other than that, I love it. Alright, most of this work off, I think I'm gonna do a lot of it off camera. There's probably, I never counted, but there's at least 10, maybe 15 trees here I'm gonna knock down. Get all the trees out of the way. I'm wasting gas here. Don't need to be wasting gas. Basically, we just got to clean up our little plot of land. Get all the trees off, get all the brush, mow the grass, get the hay off it. All that fun stuff. And you guys seen me do that hundreds of times before, so again, I'll probably do a lot of this off camera. There's still branches. Man, you know, Farming Simulator 22, it's a lot easier to remove the branches. I don't know why branch removal is so finicky on FS25. Like you gotta get right in there, boy. There, I got them finally. But yet, it's easier to cut them. 6 meter lengths, that gives me the best price. See, perfect, perfect. There's almost $1,000 right there. Oops, I don't need to cut these here. I'm doing this the way I didn't want to do it. The way I was doing it, I was dragging the whole tree over here. Let me show you. I'll get this one down. Yeah, I was going to delimb them, and then I dragged 2 trees over, right over to the cell point, and then cut them up. That's the way I was doing it. I was trying to do something more quickly and more efficiently. Old habits are hard to break. Yep, Ivy found a pretty cool map here. I like this map. Okay. Now, the way I was going to do it, a nice cheap winch. I do have a slight mod conflict, but I found a workaround. Where it says B to attach winch, I gotta do it like 3 times and then turn my player speed back down, because my player speed is also the B key. So just a slight little conflict there, nothing major. And I can do 2 trees at a time. I already cut this one, unfortunately, but that was the idea. Was I can, you can grab up to 2 trees at once. And just drag them. Yeah, it's a good, powerful tractor. It has no problem dragging these trees. I intended on dragging that whole other tree, but it didn't work out that way because I cut it too fast. Got too excited. You do have to be careful. There's a little bit of a lip on this cell point that your trees can catch on, so you got to kind of do it at an angle to get them to drag in here nice. Just kind of drag them in here right about there. Now, one more thing I did have to do is in my options, I normally leave that turned off, but I turned it on temporarily under the lumberjack mod. Where is the lumberjack mod? Oops, I think it's under general settings. Lumberjack. There it is. I did turn cut anywhere on because it would not allow me to cut the trees up in the cell point area. So I do have that turned on just for that reason only. That way I can cut them up right here in the cell point area and get them all just kind of tucked together. But that's the routine I'm going to do until I get all the trees cut up. Basically just cut down 2 trees at a time, drag them over, get all the trees cleared out. There's not that many, but there's a few. There. And I can pick up the smaller ones, no problem. And just kind of put them over here in the trigger. Yep. Much more efficient. See, ooh, I can still pick that one up too. I think that's it though. That's as big as I can go. That one might be enough in the trigger. Let's see what we get for them 2 trees, or two and a partial, or 1 and a partial tree. Bam! $6,000. We're rocking and a rolling, guys. We're rocking and a rolling. All right, let me get all them trees cut up, and oh, I wonder if I can push him over there. Is that as low as it? No, okay. Let me just kind of. Nope, I can't do that. Dang it. Maybe I rolled him just enough to catch it. Nope. Anyway, I'm gonna do that fiddle diddle diddle thing off camera, because you've seen me cut up logs enough times, so that's what I'm gonna do. Basically just do some logging. We are rocking and a rolling, guys. This is really working good. Ooh, come on, baby. I don't think I've logged faster than I have today. We're making some pretty decent money. We only got 1 big tree left. Okay, let's see here. That one need the tip cut off yet? I think it does. Well, that's hard to see, that little tip. There we go. You get an extra buck or 2 though when you do that sometimes. And 1 more. And the smaller ends are light enough to pick up and get through it on here. I think we're all in the trigger here. Bam! Another $4,000 to $5,000. 1 more big tree left. I don't know how he's gonna pull, but we'll see how it goes. I got all the normal trees, but there's 1 more tree that looks extra big here. Otherwise, I think we got them all. There wasn't all that many trees. Yeah, I think that is it. Just the big one here. Now this one might be interesting. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, he's a little extra big. Might be worth a bit of money. We might hit that $50,000. I don't know. The big tree. Not real long, but he's definitely big. We get all the branches? Yes, we did. I do believe that's all the trees on my property. I can't get any more trees, so we got to be very careful with the money here. There's no more trees to the rescue. Have to be very, very careful with our money. Can you pull this big brute? Oh yeah, no problem. Now we gotta clear all this brush out of here. Uh-oh, come on, you can do it. Ooh. Did we find a tree we can't pull? Come on, baby, come on. We're almost there. Kick it down a gear if you need to, come on. There we go, come on. Ah, I hit the gate, come on. Boy, I barely pulled that one. She's still a huffing and a puffing. Will you kick it down a gear? Jeez, I've been manually kicking it down a gear to pull it. Come on. There. The last big tree. Let's cut him up. Betcha this is worth a few bucks. He thick. Yeah, I don't mind doing a little bit of logging. It's when you're like constantly logging that gets a little. So this is a nice balance. I like this map so far. It was a good find, Ivy. A very good find. And one more little piece here. Oh, really? Gonna give me that little piece? Alright. What's that little bitsy piece worth? $4 is $4. We'll take it. Alright, that is it for the logging, boys. Almost $50,000. That's not bad. That gives us plenty to play with. Okay, we have to be very strategic about this. Let's see, beans we ain't gonna be doing any logging for a while. I think I'll just put my winch over here for now. Got a spot as any to park it, I guess. Now, you know me. I cannot cut this first cutting. I can't do it with a sickle mower or even a hay bind. Obviously, you're not going to cut stuff like this with a hay bind. Matter of fact, this should be cut with a chainsaw technically, but I don't think it qualifies as a tree. I think it's brush. Either way, we are not doing the first cutting with a hay bind. We're going to do this the realistic way. And I already got something picked out for it. Should be perfect. And it just makes it 100 horsepower. The tractor's only 90, but I already tested this off camera. It does the job. Alright, let's cut some brush and hay. Get that all cleaned up, make it pretty. Guess this is a good edge to start any. Is that too steep? Maybe not. Might be okay. Get her chopped right up to the fence line here. Oops, maybe a little too close to the fence line there. Come on. Fence line's always the hardest, so I want to get as close as I can, but yet you don't want to bump it because it slows you down. Chop up some brush. That's the end of the fence line there. We get all we can get. Every last little bit counts. We are rocking and a rolling. Things are cleaning up really nice. Cutting the brush, cutting the hay, cleaning up really good. Gonna take a little while though, but it's cleaning up good. that took a little bit of time to do, but boy, it sure definitely sharpened the area up. Not sure what kind of yield I'm going to get off it. It feels a little bit thin, but we shall see. I'm also getting other ideas in my head here on how I want to proceed. But before I do that, I think now that I got the grass cut, I think the next step is to buy a skid steer and get rid of them stumps. So I'm not smacking them with my rake and my baler. Yeah, we're gonna need some kind of skid steer to pick up the round bales anyway. So why not? That's the cheapest one I found. Pretty handy. And we need a grinder. And that's still the cheapest stump grinder I found so far. Yeah, it's almost impossible to get the stumps before you cut the grass because they're so hard to see. But once you cut the grass, they're fairly easy to see. I figure I'd get them before I rake and bale. Oops, which button was it? Straighten that out a little bit. There's one. There might be a stump here and there that I can't see. It might be under the grass yet, but I'll get what I can. Keeping out for the rest. Oh, there's one. Yeah, they're so hard to see. Get them ground up. Ooh, there's that big one. I think there's one over here too. Sometimes the stump grinder doesn't work that great with the bigger stumps. Let's see how it goes here. Yep, that's what I thought. Oh no, I got it. Just took a little longer, which it should, because it is a bigger stump. Alright, I'm just going to kind of wander around here and see what I can find, and then we'll do the next step. Now, I could do hay. Hay averages between 50 and 60, but I think I can afford to do this. You make twice the money with silage. And I already got a cheap baler, cheap rake. Or I didn't buy them yet, but I found them. This wrapper is not all that bad. I think I might go with it. I'm just looking what the difference is between these two. But yeah, and I think I'll even go with the wrap. You should pay for the wrap, it only makes sense. So I think I am going to go 3-point front loader. No, we definitely want 3-point. That way I can do it off the tractor. What does this support roller do? Oh, I see. I don't know if I need that. Really? I think I'll go without it. Gotta save a buck whenever we can. So we got the bale wrapper. Also, this will show. I know I was talking to Ivy how every person does silage a little different. To me, in my opinion, this is the cheapest way I think you can do it. Maybe not necessarily the easiest, but the cheapest. So there's the wrapper, and this does round bales. Does the 125 to 150. That's good. So there's the wrapper. Okay, yeah, I think we can afford to do this. Okay, we got the wrapper. Now we need the round baler, and I do have a really cheap round baler. It's only $2,000. Beautiful. The only bad thing about this baler mod is it doesn't have the twine mod or the wrap mod, which is a little disappointing, but for the price, I gotta do it for this price. Baler. And we don't want to be running around the field, so I think we get a windrower. What's nice about this one, this is a nice wide one. It's 4 meters. As long as you got a toolbox or a tool shed or someplace where you can customize equipment, this is both a tedder and a windrow. You can switch it back and forth, which is very handy. So I think we're going to go with that one. The only thing I gotta remember is you got to buy a hitch with it. So, and this is the P7K, and we want, for some reason I got some mods that are doubled up. P7K7, yep, okay. And technically, we're going to need a way to pick up them bales. We're going to go back to skid steer. Whoops, skid steer accessories. Now in real life, I know there's a nice cheap bale spike here, but when you wrap bales, you don't want to be stabbing a bale spike through your plastic, otherwise your bales will mold. So technically, to handle them bales, you do need one of these. What is the difference between these two? Other than one says a mod, one doesn't. I think I better go with this one. Yeah, you want to handle them wrapped bales with kid gloves, so we do have to spend the money on that. And we need a nice flatbed trailer to haul them bales with. I still may use the auto load. Here's my another little made up rule. I can use auto load, but I at least have to have the equipment to load them manually. You know, if that makes any sense. You know, you still have to have something to actually physically pick it up and put it on there, but I'm still probably going to use the auto load feature just to save some time. I would say again, this little old flatbed trailer for $1,500 is still the cheapest way to go. You know what? We're living on an island. We don't need license plates. Living on an island. There's no roads. Alright, I think we have everything we need to make silage bales and $13,000 to spare. That is pretty gosh darn good. So let me get things kind of set up here. Again, I will probably use the auto load on that trailer, but I have to pay for the equipment in order to, you know what I mean, to give a little bit of realism. I'm obviously not going to pick up one bale at a time and load them. That would take forever. But I at least have to have the equipment. Oh, that's an interesting way to put up a hitch. I don't know, maybe I'll load a few. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. There. That is set up. Now we need Mr. Tractor. Get that grass raked into windrows. But this is how you do silage bales. You cut the grass. Do not ted the grass. You want the grass green. The grass has to be green in order to make silage bales. Okay, setting up this rake can be a little bit tricky because it has a detachable hitch. But it ain't too bad. I'm kind of debating if I should use this tractor though, because although it's a really good tractor, it doesn't turn all that great. Let's see, can I grab this? Yes, I can. Let's put this right in front. I think it hooks right here. Yes, that's where it hooks. Can you fall forward, please? Thank you. Yeah, the hitch can be a little finicky with this mod. I want to get it so it's lined up so it hooks up right away. Once I hook this hitch to the rake, I usually leave it on the rake, but the first time can be a little tricky. It's a pretty good rake though once you get it set up. There we go. I think we are set. Yeah, maybe the turn radius ain't too bad on this. We'll give it a go. Alright, the hardest part is going to be doing the outside edge, because I'm sure I'm going to be bumping the fence a million times. Get it right out here to the edge here. Okay, there is no lower. I guess we just turn it on. There we go. Alright, we want to get all the grass we can get. This part might be a little tricky. Come on. There we go. Is that getting it, pulling that away from the fence? It looks like it is. Okay. Let's stop there, lift that up. Boy, that sure doesn't look very thick. I don't know what kind of yield we're going to get off it. Maybe that was a bad idea investing into silage bales. I don't know. Should make some money though. We got 10 acres of field here. It's so hard to see. This grass, I wish this grass was a little greener than that. It almost looks like hay. Oh yeah, I'm getting it. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was getting it all or not. Oh wow, this rake's gonna let me go at full speed too. That's gonna be nice when we get in towards the middle. These corners are not gonna be nice. I think once I do the outside couple of windrows, I think I might just do straight rows. I think that's the quickest and easiest way to do things here. So this is going to take a little bit of time to get all raked up and make it look pretty, but we'll get there once we get a roll on here. Let's see. Can I do this corner halfway decent? I'm going to try. Oh, that is not turning sharp enough to do a decent corner. Okay, we need to... Yep, this is not going to do corners very well. So, like I say, I might do maybe... Well, maybe I'll just do the run outside windrow and then just do the rest straight rows. This is not a very good rake to turn with. I'm starting to notice. It's making some nice windrows, though. Definitely don't want to go full speed, although this brake is allowing me to. If I want to, I could go full speed. Oh, it almost does a nice corner. Not quite, though. If I had a tractor with a tricycle front end, I'd make it a pretty good corner. Oh, this is going to be nice when I go do the straightaways. Look at that. Wide open. Whee! Wow. Now that's raking hay. So there's no speed limit on this rake. You can really fly with it. Sometimes too fast, I think. That corner wasn't too bad. Well, them are looking like windrows of grass to me. I was going to say hay, but it's technically not hay. Not yet. It has to be dry to be hay, but silage hay, I guess you could say. Alright, let's get a baler rocking and rolling here. I'm guessing baling is going to take quite a bit longer than raking. That rake was fast. Okay, we're going to make sure we unhook it the right way so the hitch stays on this silly thing. There we go. Baler time. Let's see, we want the bigger bales. Lower. I think we're set to go. Oh, the turn radius on this thing kind of sucks. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty thin so far. It might thicken up though when I get on the other side of the field. Oh, we almost got our first bale here. I hear the baler beeping. And you want to back up a little bit. Let's see, we don't want this in the way for the next windrow. You can have it load automatically, but I prefer manual unload. There's our first bale. Ready for wrapping. Well, this is going to take a little bit of time, but it's moving along pretty good. 13 miles an hour. A lot faster than that small square baler I usually start out with. I think we got a pretty good thing going on here. Under 100 horsepower and we're already flying. Flying pretty good. Oh yeah, these windrows are a little thicker. Whoa, muley. Am I gonna have enough to make one more bale? Yes, I am. Beautiful. 21 bales. That is not bad for being a wild meadow field. A meadow field. With quite a bit of brush and stuff in it. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Boy, that's looking pretty sharp. We got a pretty nice clean slate to work with here, guys. Now I need a wrapper. See, if I remember correctly, this baler likes to roll around. So I think I park him over here for now. Maybe it'll stay there. There. Now we take Mr. Wrapper and we wrap some bales. Ooh, I gotta buy some wrap yet, I think. Can't wrap bales without wrap. Yep. Alright, we need some wrap here, guys. You know what, let's buy one at a time because I probably won't need that many. Refill wrapper. Whoops. Try that again. How come there's still some sitting there? I don't know. Unfold. Let's make some silage bales. This ain't the fastest thing in the world, but it gets the job done, by golly. Let's see, I think we need to lower this. Ooh, I hope that's low enough. Oh, come on, don't be so fussy. What the heck is going on here? There, it took it. Little fussy. Saran wrap that bale up. See if I can get this one a little straighter this time. Oh yeah, that makes a difference. Ran out of wrap. Well, that's probably a good thing because I think I need to save at least one, maybe two bales if I'm going to do any kind of animals. I really haven't checked up on animals, see what kind of deals there is. If it's going to be like last time, where there really isn't no good genetics. There must be 2 rolls per box of this. Okay, well, roll and a half. Just enough to finish up what we're doing. But before we go any further, I think we better see, let's see, if I just buy that little rope and just see what kind of deals they have for animals. You know what, I don't even have to buy the rope. I can just go here and see what we got. Nope, we have to have something to put the animals in, so I do have to buy a rope. Okay. Animal transport, please. Yeah, that should do. What do we got for animal deals here, baby? Do I have to hold it? What's the deal here? Or do I have to put up a pen first? I bet I have to put up a pen first. Well, alright. I'm not sure what I should do. I thought about doing dairy again, but I do dairy so often. Maybe goats again? I do like goats. Yeah, because there's a real nasty steep hill here where I really don't want to cut grass again. This would be an ideal place, I think, for a goat pasture. Let me see what I can come up with here. Alright, I don't think that looks half bad. I thought about these open pens, but I just like the idea of having a building for my animals to stay in, especially the wintertime. How many does this hold? 31. Okay, that sounds about right. I thought about going all the way to the edge of the fence, but I kind of want to leave this open maybe later on for a small pig pen or chicken pen or something. So I don't want to get too big. 30 I think is a pretty decent number for goats. I think this will be alright. I've used this pen before. I really haven't found anything better yet. Alright, what kind of deals can we get? I probably put this up for no reason at all. We'll see if there's any good deals. Goats, please. Ew. Ew. Yeah, that's not bad. Yuck. Yuck. Nice but expensive. That's pretty decent. I don't know if I should wait a day. I might wait a day. I want to get that as high as possible. I'm looking for very, very good. Yeah, something like that. Very high, very good. I'm sure we can get that, you know. If I'm just a little bit patient, we can always make hay. I just seen what they got for sheep deals. Yeah, something like that, only with a goat would be nice. Ooh, very high, very high, very high. Ooh, nice. Why can't I get that deal with a goat, man? I think we will. We just got to learn to be patient. So, there's really no good deals on goats right now. We'll just kind of... I guess we could continue to set this up the way we need it to be. Get it ready for them. What was that under? I think it was under tools. Container? Yeah, maybe it was container. I think I'm going to put this more advanced. Don't get me wrong, that's a cool looking pump and it's cheaper, but it is so slow at pumping water, which makes sense. I mean, obviously it's going to take longer to pump water than it is having a well. Let's see, I want to get this... right there. How's that look? Beautiful. Now we just need a water tank. Water. I've tried this watering can, and I think that might even work too, but this just seems to be the handiest, this little tank here. So we'll stick with it. It'll have to do for now. There, we can fill up the water and have it ready. Nice. I could even set just one grass bale there, and I might do that. Just to have it full and ready. Alright, let's go finish wrapping my bales. Alright, I made 21 bales. I wrapped 20, but I saved one grass bale just so I have something to feed. And I doubt it's going to take the whole bale, but this can just sit here and perfect. Okay. Now, I could pick up them bales one by one, but... and I technically should, but to save some of my sanity, please, I am going to use autoload. Because I am not picking these up one by one. It's just so much easier to use autoload. There. I would have thought that trailer would hold a little more than that, but that's alright. I think... can I pile them out maybe like over in the corner here maybe? It's going to take at least a month or two for them to ferment. I think we just kind of pile them over here in the corner for now. Wait for the best price. You'd be surprised how much money these babies make. There's always good money in silage. If you don't mind taking the time to do it. Yeah, I think we can just kind of pile them over here for safekeeping. There, what is wrong with that? We'll just pile them all in there. And when the time comes, we sell. My big giant marshmallows. Whoa, hello. Did I just do an ivy? I didn't think that tractor could tip over. Now, question is, do I drive myself nuts by trying to fix it without super cheat? You know what? I do have a loader. Let's see. I'll play an ivy. Let's see if I can fix this without super strength. I suppose that could be a rule. Wow, yeah, I'd never expected that tractor to ever tip over. I could understand if it was a tricycle front end, but we see if we can fix it. I'm sure we can do something here. Let's see, I think I'm better off up. Do that, get that like that. Up as high as we can go. Can we fix this boo-boo? Ooh, I think we can. Might be a little bit of a struggle, but I think we can do it. Okay, we're getting there. Haha! Look at that. I fixed it without cheating. How nice. There. Those can just sit there until they ferment. All you can do is you can come up here and walk up to them, and it should say, there it is, fermenting 0%. As time goes on, we want them to ferment to 100%. So I think every hour they do like 10% or something like that. But yeah, right now they're grass. We have to wait for them to ferment into silage. Okay, what can we do now? What can we do? I suppose I could pull my house, temporary house up there for now. Set that up so I got a place to sleep. Ooh, and it looks like we got just the spot right here. That looks kind of like a good spot to park it, I think. What do you think? I really don't have the money for the house I want right now, so this will have to do. NX. Hello. We have all the things we need to live comfortably for a couple months, at least till it gets cold. I don't think this thing is very well insulated. I don't think it's insulated at all. Yeah. So yeah, it'll do for now, at least up until about October or November. Then we gotta do something. I mean, we do have this little stove here that maybe puts out a little bit of heat, but overall I think it'd be a little bit chilly in here. I don't even have a nice big blanket. What the heck? So, but this will do for now until we make a little bit of more money. So, alright. Well, everybody, I think I better call it here. I think this is a good stopping point. Made quite a bit of progress here. We got some silage bales and got the fields pretty much cleaned up. We got a little place to stay. We have the goat pen put up, but no real good deals on goats just yet. But also throughout the video, I kept saying Ivy found this map, but that was recorded before I found out that she didn't. I found this by accident looking for her map. She's playing on a different map. She's actually playing on a map called Rodimer Island. I knew it began with an R. But it all worked out good in the end anyway, because I found a map that I think I enjoy even more. Although I probably should check this map out. This one does look kind of interesting. But I like the map that I'm on because it has more of a no man's feel to it. It feels more like, you know, I'm alone, nobody's around. This one looks like it has more people in it. You know, more townish. I don't know, maybe eventually I'll check out this map. We'll see. But I'm definitely enjoying the map I did come across. And again, I wouldn't have found it if I wouldn't have been looking for the map she was describing. So it all worked out in the end. Speaking of in the end, I think I better call this the end. So, yeah, thanks for watching the video and all that fun jazzy stuff. And we'll see. I guess I really have no super good plan where I'm going to head to next. So we'll see what happens. Either way, I got a good start on this map. So we'll see what happens. Again, thanks for watching. Bye for now, everybody.